Recently, I put out a video entitled The BRRRR Method, and it was basically me explaining the BRRRR Method, what it is, and how you can apply it in your real estate investing journey, okay? What I want to talk about in this video is my most recent BRRRR, and I want to talk about how I increased my net worth by $44,025.05. Let's go. What's going on, guys, and welcome to NYM. This is a channel dedicated to wealth building and financial literacy for the younger generation. My name is Christopher Bell, and in this video, we're going to talk about the BRRRR Method once again and my most recent deal and how I was able to increase my net worth substantially in a short amount of time using this method. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Man, I found this house. I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. I do not put in a lot of work when it comes to finding properties, okay? Maybe it's just the area that I'm invested in, but look, I do not put in a lot of work when it comes to finding the homes that I purchase, okay? To be 100% honest, I find all my homes right there on Zillow. I haven't sent out direct mail. I haven't, done any of those things. I look at the MLS, I get little notifications when a property pops up that meets my criteria, but other than that, I don't go out of my way to find deals, okay? I just find them all on the MLS. So this house popped up for $74,900, okay? That's what they were asking for the purchasing price. So I went in and I gave them full asking, okay, $74,900, and to put a little icing on the cake to make them kind of, be a little bit more accepting of my offer, this is a big tip. Put down a very large due diligence deposit. If you are sure that the comps work out, the rents work out, your numbers work really well, put down a bigger deposit if you can, okay? In this case, I put down $10,000 in due diligence, okay? Basically, due diligence is a fee that you do not get back if you do not close on the property for whatever reason. So I put down a very big deposit, and I actually met the listing agent. She showed me the property the first time I ever saw it after I was under contract. I met her and I said, look, you accepted my offer pretty quick. How many offers did you have? And she said, Chris, I'm gonna be honest with you. We had 4 offers and they were all pretty much right at the same as yours, the asking price, but you bit everybody's heads off. Like, you came in with $10,000. Everybody else is putting down $1,000 in due diligence. So you didn't come to play. I was like, well, there you go. So it worked out to where I got the deal under contract. All right, so we did our due diligence, did the inspection. Now, when I was looking at the comps on this property, I was seeing $145,000 comps in the same area, and I was seeing $1,250, $1,300 rents in the same area. So I knew that even if I had to go and do a full renovation on this property, spending 30, 35, 40 grand, I would still make out in the end, okay? So I went ahead, put that big deposit down, knowing that I would be able to get my money back regardless of what was wrong with the house, and it worked out. We purchased the house. So after I purchased the property, I got my contractor to meet me at the property along with the inspector, and they went over everything that was wrong with the property, and my contractor hit me with the number. He said, bro, to be honest with you, we're gonna have to replace the roof. We're gonna have to, change out the pantry. Change out the cabinets in the kitchen, put new countertops, flooring, windows, you name it. We had to do a full, renovation. We also had a half bathroom in the master bathroom that we converted to a full bathroom just so we could get the appraisal price later on down the road, so we could get the extra little bump in the appraisal. It was initially a 3, 1.5. So by adding that bathroom, we made it a full 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, okay? So when I talked to my contractor, he tells me, hey, it's gonna be $34,500. I said, look, man, that is great. Okay, that's perfect, because when I ran my comps, I'm seeing that these houses around here are $140,000, $150,000. Let's get it. I gave him the go ahead. We started to work on the property. Now, before all of this transpired, when we first put the offer in, another thing that kind of made my offer a little bit more appealing than probably everybody else's, not only was I a cash buyer, I have my closing attorney set up to where they know I mean business when I'm bringing them a deal that I want to close, and I want to close on it extremely fast, okay? So I also told the seller of this property, hey, I can close in 10 days. And if I don't have, my stuff in a row and we're not able to close in 10 days, you can keep that $10,000. That's how confident I walked into this deal, and it panned out in the end. So I got the property for $74,900. My renovation costs were $34,500. Now, with the refinance, after we finished the entire deal, the entire process, my closing fees on the refinance were $4,574.94. That's how much it costs for me, the closing costs associated with the refinance on this property. It puts me all in, when you add the rehab, the price of the house, and the closing costs, it puts me all in at $113,974.95. That is how much I was in on this property. Okay, most beautiful part about this is that I used a home equity line of credit to fund this entire deal. So I didn't have any of my money in it from the gate. So when it was time to do the refinance portion of this BRRRR strategy, the price that I had set in my mind was $155,000. It's a corner unit, and it's the best looking house in the neighborhood now, okay? So I said, well, let me go in at $155,000. Let me see if they'll let me refinance that amount if it appraises at that amount. Come to find out, it appraised for $158,000. Okay, so I made out. So the bank tells me, Chris, we'll give you 80% of what you asked for, which was $155,000. So they gave me 80% of $155,000 in the form of a 30-year mortgage. Okay, so they basically said, well, 80% of $155,000 is $124,000. Now I pay back, well, the tenant pays back, but I end up paying back that $124,000 over a 30-year term. I ended up locking in an interest rate of 4%. Interest rates are going up. I didn't really want to, everybody's seeing the pain of the interest rates going up. I didn't really want to finance at a 4% interest rate, but it's still not bad. My numbers still work out, and in the long run, I'm going to end up way further ahead anyway. So I bit the bullet. I said, okay, whatever. I'm not going to buy down the rate. I'm just going to eat it at 4%. So when you take 80%, like I said, 80% of that 155, you get the 124. So 124 minus the money that I had into the deal, which was like 113,900 and something, whatever. We'll say it was 114. You basically have me walking away with a check for $10,000. I get all of my money back that I took out of the HELOC, to fund this deal, and I get to pocket that extra $10,000. Okay, so you add the equity. Let's say that $158,000. Well, when you take 158 and you minus the 124, you end up with $34,000. So when you take the $34,000 that I still have in equity, and you take the $10,000 that I was able to pocket at the closing, you end up with $44,000. And it was some extra, 44,000 and whatever. I'll put the exact number right here of what I walked away with. But for simplicity purposes, it was about 44 grand. Okay, now the mortgage on this property is actually going to run, have my little cheat sheet behind me. The mortgage on this property is actually going to run $729.25 per month. Okay, now the cool thing is that I'm going to rent this property out for $1,300. All right, so I know a lot of you are thinking, well, man, 13 minus that 729 gives you, well, this is what I do. I end up taking 26% away from that $1,300. The reason being is because I have to pay a property manager. I have to put away money for vacancy, when you're in between tenants, and I have to put away money for potential maintenance that occur. So I do 10% maintenance, 10% property manager, and 6% for vacancy, 26%. So when you look at $1,300 times the 26%, you end up with $338. All right, so I take away $338 from that $1,300, okay? Then you minus the mortgage, and what's left is your cash flow. The overall cash flow per month after the mortgage, and that mortgage does include taxes and insurance, okay? So after everything is paid, my monthly cash flow ends up being $232.75 per month. Now, keep in mind, guys, I got all of my money back, plus 10 grand, plus the $34,000 in equity, and the biggest kicker is I don't pay any taxes on that $10,000 because it is a loan. All right, you don't pay taxes on debt, and I'm gonna be able to depreciate this property over 27 and a half years, which will allow me to avoid taxes on the cash flow that I produce throughout the year. Man, if that doesn't get you excited, nothing will. I'm telling you, I am so hyped about this deal. I love it when it works out just the way I intended it to. And you know, practice makes perfect. My first one, I was biting my nails. I was super nervous when I did my first BRRRR, but now that I'm getting, you know, the hang of the strategy a lot more, it's a lot easier for me to you know, jump in head first, throw $10,000 out, and just feel comfortable with the final result. This is my third BRRRR. It's my 8th house total, but it is my third BRRRR in the past 7 months. So we've done 3 BRRRRs in the past 7 months, and I'm getting a lot more comfortable with doing it. Another thing to think about too is that what happens over time, we're gonna increase that rent, okay? As the rents in the area increase, we're gonna increase that rent, and the house is going to appreciate in value over time. This is why you don't wait to buy real estate, you buy real estate and wait, because that house's value is just going to increase substantially over the upcoming years. Okay, man, I'm so pumped to tell y'all about that deal, and I hope that it motivates you. I don't make these videos in any way to brag or anything like that. I give you the specific numbers on my deals in hopes that you can say, wow, okay, I know exactly how he did it. I'm gonna go do it too. Okay, and through this strategy you can become a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like when I first started with the BRRRR method and I got that first check, it was just like, dude, this is the way. Like, I sound like that dude off The Mandalorian. This is the way. Like, seriously though, this is the way. And if you're going, you know, for the long run, if you want to invest in real estate and you don't want to have to keep dropping 20% down each time, I would highly recommend that you get access to capital, whether it be through hard money lenders, through whoever you need to go through to get started. I would highly recommend you start and then implement the BRRRR method. That way, being that I have all of my money back, I'm just gonna go use the exact same money to do the same thing over again, okay? And we're just gonna be more efficient the longer we do it. I hope this video helped. If you like this video, if you like this type of content, if you like this type of information, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below, Chris, I love this strategy, I'm gonna implement this strategy. Or if there's a few things that I can clear up, please leave it in the comments down below. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace.